The last time we discussed the Stadia, I thought that we had all of the information for it, and I was wrong. Google apparently wants to work their way into the gaming industry with the Stadia, the future of gaming as they call it, by selecting women as their targeted audience, but not in the way that you would expect. It is not in a healthy way, it is by insulting their competition by saying they are not inclusive enough. They think that if they can gain traction among women gamers, that will push their competitors, such as Microsoft and Sony, to follow in their footsteps and be more inclusive. So, Phil Harrison, the Google vice president and head of Stadia, and Isabel Olsen, the director of design for it, recently did an interview with CNN Business, and I am honestly surprised with what they had to say. I felt leading up to the Stadia was pretty lackluster. We found out about promised features that were going to be missing on launch day, and the launch day games were tragic. But these statements really push that off of a cliff because now there is just no way that I would purchase Stadia. I would have purchased Stadia to laugh at how poorly done it was, but now the humor is just completely gone and I feel like my brain.exe has just stopped working. You honestly can't make this up. Google looked at hundreds of colors and polled thousands of gamers before deciding on wasabi. What Google found, according to its director, that this color had universal appeal. Both men and women gravitated towards this color. It ended up being super gender neutral, but still very expressive, she said. It's really hard to find colors like that. It's not just the color of the controller either. A quick test by the product by CNN Business showed that the controller is slightly easier for smaller hands to grip than similar products put out by rivals, meaning Sony and Microsoft. Google said that was intentional. It's made for small and large hands, so it's super usable for a large segment of gamers that aren't always appreciated. Now, I personally don't mind when a company tries to market something towards a specific gender as long as they are not insulting the opposing gender. But here they are blatantly doing that by saying things such as, the controller is made for small and large hands so that it is super usable for a large segment of gamers that aren't always appreciated. As a woman that plays video games, I have never felt underappreciated and I have never felt underrepresented. I think that there is a fair amount of female protagonists in games. There are so many women promoting games now, maybe even compared to 20 years ago, it's much larger amount now, and I feel even it could be a little bit too extreme. Too many companies go too far like they did in this case. They should have just said we wanted to create a controller design that was well suited for men but also women. We have a large number of female testers that expressed how some controllers in the market were too bulky for comfortable play, and we really wanted to make the shape suitable for a larger array of players. How hard is it to word things properly that don't feel like you're forcing an opinion down someone's throat? They are trying to sell their thoughts that diversity is important and there's not enough female gamers and female gamers feel underappreciated. Don't try to sell it from that angle, try to sell it from a realistic angle. I was planning on passing on Stadia, and I still am. Their marketing attempts towards women just didn't work out that well for me. I'm a woman, and I still wouldn't purchase it. From those statements, I would stay farther away from it than I would have in the first place. But let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Do you think women are underrepresented in the gaming industry? I personally do not, but that is just my opinion. I am curious to know yours. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a like, and of course if you did not, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.